Hey, I'm Amy from Creative Kin, and today we're kicking off the 4 days of gifts for your Valentines, a mini-series where we help you make the perfect gift for anyone on your list. We're going to start with this geometric wall hanging. Here's what you need. About a yard of muslin, 3 different colors of felt, a Creative Kin geometric wall hanging pattern you can download from our store, a rotary cutter, a rotary mat, a ruler, a piece of a dowel, pins, a sewing machine, scissors, a pin, an ironing board, and an iron. Let's get started. The first step is to cut out our pattern. Awesome, now that our pattern's cut out, we're going to trace 3 diamonds on each color of felt. Now that all our diamond pieces are traced, it's time to cut them out. Great, now that I'm done cutting, I'm going to lay out my pieces to determine how big my backdrop should be. Now that my pieces are laid out, I can see that they're 15 inches wide. I'm going to cut a 19-inch square for my backdrop, keeping in mind that it'll get slightly smaller after I sew it. So grab your muslin and lay it out. You can start with it folded in half and cut out your square. Now that our square is cut, we're going to pin each side starting about an inch down. Now we're going to sew each side using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now that our edges are sewn together, we're going to flip it inside out and press the seams down. Now that our seams are pressed flat, we're going to fold over the top and press that down. Now that the top is pressed down, I'm going to use one of my scraps to make the hanging tabs. So I'm going to take this piece of fabric, it's about 3 inches wide, and I'm going to fold it into thirds and press it down. Now that this piece is pressed, I'm going to stitch along the edge to secure it in place. Now that this is sewn together, I'm going to cut it into 4 equal pieces to use as hanging tabs. Now that I have 4 equal sized tabs cut, I'm going to fold them in half and place them in between the 2 layers of our backdrop. Once the tabs are in the right spot, pin them into place and sew along the top. Now that our backing is sewn together, it's time to pin on all of our felt pieces. Lay your backing flat and arrange your felt pieces as you like them. Once you have them arranged, pin them into place. Now that these are all pinned into place, I'm going to sew them on. I'm going to sew as close to the edge as possible. Now I just need to cut off all my loose threads. And the final step is to slide a dowel through. And there you have it, a geometric wall hanging any Valentine will love. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe here and find us on Twitter and Instagram at CreativeKinBlog. Thanks so much for watching. Now go get crafty.